Okay, our second reaction for this evening is collectively and figuratively known as elephant toothpaste. And I'm going to show you why that it's called that. So the second reaction, we have three major active ingredients that we'll be using. We have rapid rise yeast. This is the same stuff that goes in your bread. All right, we have Dawn dish soap that we'll be using. Again, we'll be using food coloring, all right, and this is not an active ingredient. We're just gonna use this for the sake of our color this evening. And our last ingredient is hydrogen peroxide. As you can tell, this is store-bought hydrogen peroxide, so this is something safe that you can do in your home. So we're gonna first add our yeast to our cup, and of course I've got my metal over spill tray here, and we're gonna put that there. I'm going to add my food coloring in next. Remember guys, this does not actually impact the chemical reaction. It's just there to provide a little bit of color. Next I'm going to add my dish soap here. Alright, so now I'm going to add my big active ingredient, which is the hydrogen peroxide. And this reaction goes usually a little bit slower than the first one that you guys watched, but you can see the impact of the foaming, which does happen a little bit slower in this reaction, not as quick as our baking soda and vinegar reaction is, but you can see that the foaminess of this particular reaction is taking place here, and we get a really big foam off the top here. And if I put in my trusty thermometer again, all right, and this one will take a little bit longer. I need to register here. I can feel the glass is getting a little bit on the warm side here. All right, this foam is okay to touch with your bare hands, by the way, guys. Just obviously don't eat it. It's not edible. All right, and we've got about a 15-degree temperature gain from room temperature. In our house, it's 76 degrees. All right, so I'm just gonna put that away to be washed here. And we can see that our reaction is still taking place. All right, so this one has a little more time in terms of activation energy than our first reaction. So we had to put a lot more potential energy into this system to get it going, but now that it's starting to go, it is going quite a bit. And you can see the foaminess kind of looks like it might be enough toothpaste for, yes, you guessed it, an elephant. So this is why, guys, when you always do a chemistry experiment, it's always good to have some sort of a safety thing here in terms of that, because obviously you'd be making a pretty big mess if you didn't have anything for the overflow. So again, if you guys want to look at this online, you can Google this. I've seen it on YouTube. This is collectively known as elephant toothpaste. And remember, we had a temperature gain on this particular reaction, whereas our first reaction that we've reviewed earlier for baking soda and vinegar, we had a temperature drop.